Hello guys, welcome to amabiker.com. This is the new Suzuki Axis 125 with Bluetooth and I'll tell you what it's all about. So in this review, I'll take you through all the practical aspects of owning a scooter and not exactly the specifications, right? You don't, the specifications are already out there. It's down here. It will be up here, I think. And I'll talk to you about how it's like to ride one daily and what are the things that you need to know about before owning the Suzuki Axis 125. So for me, the biggest highlight of this scooter is how comfortable it is. I mean, we ride a lot of scooters, and scooters are all about practicality. Recently this is moved towards performance. Like for example, the N-Torq is one of the most fun scooters to ride, and then there's the SR series from Aprilia. Again, fun scooters. But the Axis 125 strikes a beautiful balance between performance and comfort. And I have to say the comfort level on this scooter is quite high. The suspensions, they do the job very well. Good roads, bad roads, potholes, and really do not put any pressure on your back, and you can just sail through all sort of scenarios that you see on our roads. So the next thing I'll talk about is the performance of this scooter. So now with the BS6 conversion, and all scooters have, or pretty much all scooters are moved to fuel injection, and the Axis 125 as well moves to fuel injection. And the good thing is that scooters typically have a little bit of a lag in the lower RPMs, but the Axis 125 hides it quite well. So even though I'm saying this is a very comfortable scooter, Suzuki have not forgot to give it good performance. So even with two people, the scooter pulls very well, and even when you want to reach someplace fast and you really trying to push and get some decent speeds, northwards of 80-90, this scooter still manages to do those speeds and without feeling too stressed as well. So the performance side of it is also quite good on the Suzuki Axis 125. So usually when we say that it's got good performance, you sort of assume that mileage is not going to be good. But again, Suzuki has found out a really good balance, and we've been riding this quite aggressively, and like we do with most bikes and scooters that we get. And surprisingly and quite happily, it gives a steady mileage of about 40, regardless of how we rode it. So that's really good considering it is a 125cc, and I believe the fuel injection and all the Suzuki magic has enabled them to achieve this number, but consistently above 40 in any conditions. So even though they have made it incredibly soft, the suspension's incredibly soft, you would think that would mean that the handling would be affected in some way, in a negative way, but no, it actually handles very well. You can squeeze between traffic and there's no issues there. In fact, this is probably one of the lightest scooters in the 125cc segment. Even though it looks big, it is actually one of the lightest scooters, and it feels like that on the road. So the party trick on the new Axis 125 is the Bluetooth connectivity. So with the Suzuki app, you can connect to this new screen over here, and it basically shows navigation, your mobile phone status, range, battery, and notifications as well for call and other messages. But then, do you really need Bluetooth on a scooter? And are you really going to use navigation, on-screen navigation? Well, that's a discussion for all another day, right? I mean, there are a lot of goods and bads about it as well. So, but apart from that, there's a slightly newer, updated version of this scooter. Since we got this, there's a newer version as well, and that gets the easy start and the engine kill switch as well updated. This one just has the start switch, does not have the engine kill switch. But I also wish they had thrown in the pass switch. That was also another thing that makes life in city ride quite simpler, and also a brake lock, or rear brake lock, would have been good for parking in tricky situations. So another good thing of convenience is the availability of the USB charger over here, and of course the pocket over here. You can easily charge your phone and just drop it into that pocket over here. Of course, you have the regular hooks right over here and next to the seat for all those accessory and packages and all the things you want to carry. So to open the seat, you can access it from here itself. Just need to turn it, and it's up. And under seat space is actually quite decent. Normal full face helmet, not the big ones obviously, but the normal full face helmet will easily go in, and we have enough space to keep basic stuff, documents, etc. I wish the release for the fuel cap was also integrated into that, as you see in some other scooters, but either way this is not much of a concern, but it's external filler cap, so that's a that's a value as well. So if you are a regular on this channel, you would know that what my opinion on LED headlights are. Either manufacturers put really powerful LED headlights, or just stick to the halogens, because the LED headlights, which almost all of them use nowadays, any oncoming traffic and it's out. So it's got the same thing. So I would not recommend it for night rides, when there is a lot of oncoming lights on you, and it's difficult. But if it's just a deserted road with no other lights, then it's bright enough. And then coming to the braking, yes, it's got the combined braking, where when you apply the rear brake, a little bit of the front brake is also applied. But on speaking of braking as a whole, it's got a disc brake. This is the disc brake version. There's a drum brake version as well. Disc brake is also typical scooter style, and you need to apply both brakes to get to a halt quite decently and quite effortlessly. So the tires are also tubeless, so nothing hugely different from other scooters here. And wrapping it up, well, the build quality is really good. I mean, typical Suzuki style, right? There's nothing really to complain about. Everything's put together well, and it looks good. It looks like a serious scooter, and I think it's an ideal fit for a scooter that anybody in your family can ride. So that's it about the Suzuki Access 125 with Bluetooth. If you have any specific questions, do let us know in a comment below, and we'll surely get back to you immediately. And by the way, these are the new line of t-shirts. I'm a Biker t-shirts, which are available at 100 kmph. The links to check out this and other designs will be there on the description. Do check them out, and if you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.